Hi, this is Lisa Love to Crochet and Knit. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this googly-eyed gingerbread woman, or lady, I don't know, whatever you want to call her. So let's get started. You're going to need a hot glue to glue on the little pom-poms and the little rickrack and the little bow. And you're going to need a pair of googly eyes. I purchased mine off Amazon, but you can buy them other places, I do know. You're going to need some brown yarn. And you're going to need some little rickrack. And you're going to need some pom-poms. And mine, I purchased mine, I think from Joann's. They're called Pop Assorted Tinsel Pom-Poms. They're 7mm. They're really small. And some ribbon. And mine is 1/8 of an inch. And there's 10 yards here. I think it's $1, but this is old. I don't know what it is now. I haven't purchased any in a while. So let's get started. You're going to want to start with the head. And you can see it's just made just like the other ones that I've made in the past. So you're going to need also a pair of scissors, a tapestry needle, and a crochet hook. I'm using a size H again today. And I start with a magic loop, and then I chain 1. Let's see if I can chain 1, and then I put the googly eyes underneath my magic loop, and I put 8 half double crochets around that loop, in the loop, and around the loop of the googly eyes. So I'm going to put 8 of those there. Okay, so I've done my 8. And I'm just going to pull the end, and I'm going to put it behind the googly eyes. You can see that. It's just easier for me to hold it that way. And so then I'm going to wrap the yarn around my crochet hook again. And I'm going to go in between the eyes. And I'm going to put 4 half double crochets in there. Just in between the eyes. So it's just around the magic loop. It's a little tedious to do that, but there's 3, and here's 4, and then I slip stitch to the beginning. When it gets a little fidgety, I take my crochet hook and I grab it as a hook, and then I slip stitch it to the beginning, chain 1, and then I do a half double crochet in that same stitch, and I'm going to do 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. So that chain 1 space in the very beginning that I did, this counts as 1 of my half double crochets. So there's 2 here and there's 2 there. So I'm going to keep doing that 2 half double crochets in each stitch around, and I'll see you when I'm at the beginning. Okay, so I'm back to the beginning. And then I'm just going to slip stitch to the beginning, chain 1, pull up that loop, and then I'm just going to cut my working yarn, and that's going to become a knot. And then I'm going to weave in my ends. Okay, so I've weaved in the ends, and so I'm all ready for the body. And so now you're going to start with a slip knot. Oops. And I have a video on how to make a slip knot. So I just tighten it on my crochet hook. So this one, all I did was I attached it to the base of the neck for where I want the eyes to fall. And so I'll show you what I do with that. I take it to upside down, and I go directly down and I insert my hook. So I still have my slip knot on my hook, and I'm just going to attach with a single crochet, and then I'm going to put another half double crochet in that same stitch, and then I'm going to put one half double crochet in the next stitch, and then I'm going to put 2 half double crochets in the next. So there's the base of the neck. I hope you can see that well. Brown's not a very good color to show up on the video. So now I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to turn, and I'm going to put 1 half double crochet in that first stitch. I'm actually going to put 2 in there, sorry, in that first stitch, and then I'm going to put 1 half double crochet in each of the next stitches. Okay, until the last one. And the last one, I'm going to put 2 half double crochets in it. And you can see it's kind of V-ing off. Then I'm going to chain 1. And then I'm going to put 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, and then 1 in each of the next stitches until I get to the last one. I know it's dark. Maybe if I pull that out of the way. I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, put 2 half double crochets in this stitch, and then I repeat that to the end. 1 half double crochet in each of the stitches until the last one, then I put 2. Okay, so I've made it to through each of the middle stitches, and put 1 half double crochet in each of those until the last I put 2. And now I'm just going to chain 1, turn my work, and I'm going to put 2 half double crochets in that end stitch, that first stitch actually, and then 1 half double crochet in each of the next stitches until I get to the end again. Now I'm into the last stitch, and I'm just going to put 2 half double crochets in that stitch. Chain 1, and then I'm going to turn my work again and put 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, and then 1 in each of these across until I get to the next one, to the last one, and I put 2. So I've made it to the last stitch, and I'm going to put 2 half double crochets in that. I'm going to chain 1, okay, so I'm to the last row, and I'm just going to put 1 half double crochet in each stitch to the end of this row. So I'm just going to continue to put 1 half double crochet. So I've completed this round, just 1 half double crochet in each stitch, the entire row, and then I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to cut my working yarn. I'm going to make that a knot, you can see. So there's my little funny little part of the gingerbread man. And now I'm going to work on the legs. So I start with a slip knot, and I tighten it on my crochet hook, and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches, and then I'm going to single crochet in it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to put a single crochet. I'm going to crochet over my end. And so I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, I single crocheted, and I'm going to, so I single crocheted and I have 1, 2, 3 chains, 4, 5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 chains including the single crochet here. And I'm just going to put 7, and then I'm going to put a half double crochet in the second chain from hook. I don't know if you can see it very well. So I'm just going to put a half double crochet in the second chain from hook, and then in each stitch working back up the leg. Oops. So there's that. So I've put, there was 7. So there's the leg, and then I'm not going to go in this stitch. I'm going to go into the next with a slip stitch. And then I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to cut my working yarn, and there's the first leg. So now I'm going to do another one just like that. Slip knot on my crochet hook, and I'm going to skip the stitch in between, and I'm going to insert my hook in here because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 stitches here. So I'm going to do the same thing. Single crochet to attach, and I'm going to chain 6. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on your of your chains, including the single crochet, and I'm going to half double crochet in the second chain from hook, and I'm going to do all the way back to the beginning again. So I'm going to slip stitch, not in the first one that I came out of, but the next one, and then I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to cut my working yarn. Oops. So there's your legs, and then I'm going to start doing the arms. I start with another slip knot on my crochet hook, and I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to go in to one of these side little chains that we have on the side and use that as a stitch. 4 rows down, and I'm going to start with a single crochet again, attaching my work, and then I'm going to chain 5, 4, 5. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including the single crochet that I attached, and that's what I want. And then I'm going to do a half double crochet in the second chain from hook, and all the way back up. Okay, so now I've made it back to the beginning. I've half double crocheted all those. I'm not going to go in that same stitch. I'm going to go into the one just above and just trying to get the end loops with a slip stitch. And then I'm going to chain 1. And there's my arm. So I have 1 arm and 2 legs done. So now I'm going to start on the other arm, and I do the same thing. I start with a slip knot, tying it on my crochet hook, and this time I'm not going to go down 4. I'm going to go down 3. So then I'm going to count this row, 2, and this is my 3rd row. I'm going to go in the side here, and I'm going to single crochet it just like I've been, just 1 single crochet, and then I chain 5, 3, 4, 5. So then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on my chain, And I'm going to do a half double crochet in the second chain from hook, and then each stitch back up to the arm. Okay, so I've made it back down the arm. I've made it to the beginning, and I'm going to slip stitch it to the round, or to the row next down with a slip stitch, and then I'm going to chain 1. Then I'm going to cut my working yarn, and there's my arms and my legs. So now I'm going to weave in my ends, and I'll show you how I decorate. Okay, so now I have all the ends weaved in, and I took my rickrack, and all I did was eyeball it. So I took it and I laid it across there, and I just give it a little snip across the arms and the legs, and just doing the same thing, just so I know how wide they need to be. So I snipped them, and then I made a little bow with my ribbon, and I got my 3 little green pom-poms. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rickrack, and it's so narrow and small, and I just put a teeny tiny dab of hot glue across there. And then when you lay it down for where you want to put it, I know it's hard to see. Whoops. Try not to do what I just did. And then I just lay it across there. And so there's the leg, and same with the arm. You just put a little bit on there, and I just lay it there. So, and then the pom-poms, just put a little dab on them, and then eyeball them from the center. Spread them out. That's a funky pom-pom, I guess. And then I just put a little dab on there and attach the bow to the hair. Remember, a little dab of hot glue is more than enough. So I just kind of eyeball it to where I want it. Oops, I think that one's higher than the other. And then your little gingerbread man is complete. Being very careful, and now I just got to pull all my strings from the hot glue. That pom-pom is wonky, don't know why. Just pulled it out of the bag. And this one, I'm just going to fix. See, when you fix it, since I didn't push it hard, I can just snip the back of it off and kind of pull some of that hot glue, and then I can just re-hot glue it, and I can line it up where I want. It's kind of forgiving a little bit. So, and then you just got to pull your strings from your hot glue. So there's your little gingerbread lady with the bow on the top of her side of her head. And so you have a gingerbread man and 2 girls. The green one doesn't show up very well, I guess. I wonder if I move it. So there's your gingerbread people, your lady or your man. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you're interested in being a googly-eyed pattern tester for me, please send me an email at lisalovescrochetandknit@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.